Hello, welcome to Happy and Better.TV. We're so happy you're with us today. And of course, we have some educational information to share with you. We have someone with us today who's going to talk about one of those taboo subjects. They say don't talk about religion and politics at dinner. Well, we're going to have a short little information segment about politics today. Herman, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
My pleasure, my pleasure. And you are running for an elected office, is that right, in Nevada?
Yes.
What office is that?
Assembly District 10 here, that ranges from the 15th Freeway to Vegas Drive to Rainbow and to Spring Mountain.
Wonderful. And what does the Assembly do in Las Vegas?
Yeah, so the Assembly, the State Assembly, it's like at the federal level, there's a Congress and the Senate. They pass the laws. At the state level, there's the Assembly and the State Senate, and we pass, local laws. So above anything else, if you want things done faster, the state can do it faster than the federal government can, because of course it's smaller too. So.
And closer. Well, one of the things in some states, they have what they call the Senate and then the House of Representatives.
Right.
But here in Nevada, it's the Senate and the Assembly. Is that right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So it's easy to keep up with.
Yeah.
And what kind of duties does the Assembly take care of?
Yeah, so right after you get elected, you join a committee. I think they put you on 3 different committees around that, and you have a chance to legislate according to the issues in which you care about or your constituents care about. And so, one of the things that it would be really amazing that can happen is, for example, passing a bill to raise the minimum wage. That's something that the Assembly and then working with the Senate can do here in Nevada.
That's wonderful. I happen to know one of the other things that the Assembly does that I think is very pertinent, and that is deal with taxes.
Yes.
It's never a decrease in taxes.
Yes.
It's always an increase in taxes.
Right, right.
So I think that's very important. And not only is it, well, in Nevada, we're so blessed thus far to have no state income tax.
Right.
So I hope when you're elected, you will make sure they keep that in mind, that we maintain that. And I know they also look at property taxes. What else? Property, gaming taxes.
Yes.
Yeah, so all that whole tax issue, just FYI,
right, no,
is
of course.
very important to us, Herman.
Yes, especially small business owners, and that's something that I'm working on, talking to as many as I can and get their perspective on things, and how it takes courage to start your own business, and I don't want the small business owners have to carry a heavy burden either. So. Well,
that's right, because when you say there's no state income tax, but all of your business taxes are going up so fast, it feels like a state income tax. What made you decide to run for office?
Short answer, I believe I'm the best candidate, and because I'm the best candidate, I can produce the greatest amount of good. But the more personal answer is that in my family, I see a lot of families in the district. For example, my mom and dad, they've sacrificed their whole lives for me and for my brother and sister to get ahead, and they work labor-intensive jobs. My dad is a chef, and my mom is a guest room attendant. And so I know in my district alone, there's a lot of people working in the service industry, working in retail and construction, and it takes a toll on your body. Who's going to have those families back? Because it affects the whole family from the top to the bottom. I definitely want to, above anything else, I want to represent those type of people.
Well, they're here. This is a service industry town. And really what you're saying when you say a service industry is many times those jobs are minimum wage.
Right.
So it's not like they're making a lot of money even if they work long hours. And they're always, in Vegas, we're so blessed, we have the best service industry anywhere.
Yeah.
You go anywhere and the people there just serve you and really are very, very kind and helping.
Yeah.
It's a joy to go out in Vegas.
It is. And that's why people love coming out here. So.
What is your educational background?
Oh, I went to the University of Southern California. I majored in English, but before then I went to Clark High School here in the neighborhood, and I was rejected out of all the colleges I applied to when I first came out of high school. But I was determined to go into my dream school. I went to community college. I started my first class 1 week after my high school graduation. It turned out, I was both remedial in math and English, and I had to overcome that until, a year later I got accepted into USC and is trying to do good and try to, help out, everyone I know.
Let's underline that. You said you were rejected at the colleges when you first graduated
Yes.
from high school. But did that stop you? No.
It did not, no.
Did it discourage you where you said, oh, I give up, college is not for me, I can't go? And that's so important. What do we like to say? Sometimes a no is just on the path to the yes.
Right.
You just never, ever quit. Keep going, keep trying.
Yeah, and I think a great philosophy for everyone is go for no. The more no's, it means you're doing something right. So, and at the same time, only out of conflict, you actually grow and become better. So go hard and attack those roadblocks ahead.
Yes. Now, have you had a chance to go to Reno and look at the assembly in action? And
it's in actually Carson City.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Carson City. I haven't.
Let me say, I was on a board for the state, and we flew into Reno.
Okay.
And then we would drive to Carson City all the time. So I always say Reno. That's where that comes from.
I haven't. I think I still want to keep it kind of like elusive and magical. So when I come in there, it means a lot more.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, just going around talking to the people in your district, what are some of the issues that you're hearing over and over?
Yeah, so I've talked to a lot of families, and they have a lot of kids. Education, they want more attention into education. A lot of them don't know about after-school programs that make a huge difference. Say, for example, make sure that kids don't go into gangs.
What are some of the after-school programs available?
I know right here they have Safe Key. That's one of them. There's different little variations as well. Also, another thing, it's funny because I'm 24 years old, and the last thing I think of is safety, but, families who are always in a protective mode, they think about safety a lot. So that's a big thing, just keeping crime down and keeping everyone protected, making sure people don't speed, stuff like that. So a lot of families talk about that as well. So.
Well, let me give you a little hint. That safety issue is on both ends.
Yeah.
It's for the young, and it's also for those 45 and over. It's all about safety. And it's something that seems to go on around this area where if you sit at a bus stop, here comes a car out of control hitting the bus stop.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. Maybe that could be one of your issues, to put a protective barrier around the bus stop. That's a local joke, folks, because for some reason, almost every month you're reading about some mishap at a bus station. So hopefully.
And I actually talked to a constituent yesterday who lives on Alta. In Alta, there's a lot of traffic. She said when they bring a cop to just have the gun with him, the radar gun, traffic slows down. So then kind of like strategically placing those resources, and that's how we can definitely prevent, from tragedies from happening.
Yeah, well, coming over here, I saw a police car behind me, and I was definitely checking the speed limit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a little subtle reminder there. Well, very good. How do you feel about daylight saving time? These are my issues.
Okay. Actually, I don't feel anything right now because ever since the campaign started, it's really amazing. It's bringing out the best in me. I don't get tired. I'm sleeping about like 4 hours a night. And I'm just working nonstop because my mind does not want to shut down with all these ideas that come at me. So day and night, it's the same to me right now. So.
Well, let me give you another little hint from Mother Angel here for your career in politics. Daylight saving time is the concept that was started when it was really needed.
Okay.
And, extra daylight so the farmers could tend their crops. But we're out of that stage now, and it would be so wonderful to be like some of our neighboring states, like Arizona, for instance. They don't have the switch. It's just one time all year. That's a federal issue, I know. But you would be able to talk about it and take a stand in Nevada on that issue. So that's something that you'll hear that people are really interested in. Because that back and forth, when you switch your clock, it takes, well, for me, about 2 weeks to get back in sync with the new time. Another issue I hope you will address somewhere in your career as a politician is that we talk about having a state lottery. We looked at all the people that recently went and bought lottery tickets when the prize was up to over $700 million.
Right.
So just think if we could have some kind of state lottery here.
I'll look into it, see you know, how it works and all that. So
Yeah, well,
see if it's possible.
you know,
yeah.
these are issues that you can rally people and get them to rally around you, because it's so hard sometimes for the people to talk among ourselves, but it doesn't filter up to our representatives, because
Right.
really you guys are dealing with
Right.
very important issues and those kind of things that pending things that have to be dealt with immediately. So we understand that, yeah.
And definitely, as an organizer, I used to work as an organizer, and I've learned that the people are the experts from their experiences. I will gather ideas. From those ideas, I will turn into bills. That's why it's so very important for me to go and talk to every single person who lives in my district. And without a doubt, that's what I'm doing right now. I want to get to know every single one of them.
Now, this position you're running for, the person that's in that position, they're stepping down or something?
Oh no, so on the Republican side, she won. Shelley Shelton is who I would be running against in the November election. But before that, I have to beat the other Democratic candidate in the June election, June 14th. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, I'll ask you to make a campaign promise right now. Do you promise that should you be elected, you will come back and talk to the people in your district?
Of course, that's without a doubt. Of course, I do promise that. Yeah.
All right, Herman. Thank you so much for joining Happy and Better.TV.
Thank you.
We enjoy you. Thank you. Thank you for joining Happy and Better.TV, and we look forward to seeing you again sometime soon. Thank you. That's great.